What's going on, Merle and Earl? We're back for another video. And this video is Twolf Wintergreen. You heard right. Long cut, even though it's not that long cut in my opinion.
Yeah, it's just one of those dips that says long cut. You open the can, you're just like, dude, it's like a fine cut.
And it is a plastic top, which I don't prefer, but some dips you can't get 10 tops.
Yeah, you get that plastic taste, but still a good dip.
And it says $10,000 in prizes every month.
Which is also a great thing about dipping Wolf.
And I've never tried it, but usually it comes out to be true. And also, this was bought in St. Louis, and it doesn't have the $1.85 on the label.
Yeah,
Around where
in our town, you can get it for $1.85.
Yeah, and it says on here, so they can't change the price. You can't fuck you over, but this is about $3 in St. Louis, so, yep.
And the prizes thing, one of my friends I know has a Timberwolf shoe floor mat in his car.
Pretty badass, if you ask me. Well, I guess we're going to go ahead and put a lip in.
Timberwolf is what me and Merle here started out with.
Ooh, back in the day.
Twolf Wintergreen. Brings back memories.
Pretty new can. Few dips out of it. You can't see it, but it is pretty fine cut for a quote-unquote long cut.
It's really dry. That's the one shitty thing about it.
Yeah, so dry.
That's why you gotta drink before you take it. Sorry my phone keeps blowing up. There's so many bitches want the D of all the dippers, you know. It's the price you have to pay if you want to dip. It's just one of the few bad things about dipping.
Yep. My phone's on silent though, so you can't hear it. Well, I hate how it's fine cut. You can't get spread out in your mouth, but
it's a little harder to keep packed.
And you can do it. I can do it.
Gets caught in your teeth more too. We just did a review on Stoker's. Took that dip straight out. Didn't need to rinse mouth or nothing to get the dip out.
Kept it in for about an hour. Get the full flavor. It still could have lasted longer, but thought I might as well do another dip review before we left our buddy's house.
And
you tell the dip bitches to shut up.
I'm sorry, I'm going to stop texting now. Alright, the dip, my opinion is if it's dry or moist or not, it really doesn't matter or make any kind of difference. Because you can always add water or whiskey.
Who wants to do that?
Add water or whiskey or Mio or anything, gives it a little kick. It might not sound good, but if you try it, you might like it. I liked it.
But don't add whiskey to wintergreen. You just add it straight, natural.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Just gotta...
If you're gonna add flavor to a dip, make sure it's straight. If you're doing it with wintergreen or like berry blend or something like that, I mean, it's already flavored, you know? You don't want to put up more flavors, make it taste like shit.
I mean, not only is this a plastic top, but it's also only like 50% American, something like that.
Yeah.
It's also a turn off, but I like dip, any kind of dip.
Any kind of dip you can get your hands on. Meet the fix, works out. We have personally never done any fine cut dips. I wouldn't recommend it.
Or snuff. I mean,
there's really no reason to do that because long cut is obviously the best. That's the most popular sold. And there's a reason behind that, obviously.
Because it's
and if you don't have to spit a lot with Wolf because it's just pretty fucking dry.
Yep.
But like I said, you can always change that by adding water or something to it.
I mean, I'd probably rate this 4.
I'm thinking about, like, for me, it's a 7.5. It's not something I really prefer, but sometimes when I get to dipping a lot, my lips are starting to burn and hurt and shit, you know, lips peeling. I like to buy Twolf because then I don't dip nonstop every day.
I mean, 4 is for the taste, for taste and price. I'd give it a 7. But
if
you're worried about price,
Yeah, and it's also what we started out on, so that's another reason why I can rate it a little bit higher. So I have an opinion.
I mean, it is a classic for us.
You all dippers should definitely try it. Try any kind of dips you can. Find out what you like.
Tell us if you don't want to buy, go out and spend $4 on a can. Just shoot us a comment or message and tell us to try something. We're open to anything, as you guys know.
And that's basically it for this review.
And
the flavor, touch down on the flavor, how long it lasts. The shorter cut with Wolf lasts you half an hour, maybe a little bit longer. You really can dip however long you want, but the flavor's not going to last, and it's not going to be great. I'd say this is a half-hour max dip, but when you get Stoker's, Copenhagen, or Skull, 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how.
I mean, I drove from our town to St. Louis, 3-hour car ride yesterday. Had a Copenhagen straight the whole time. Towards the end, I lost flavor, but I thought I'd keep it in until we got to where we're going. But this is Earl. I'm Merle. This is another Dippers Daily.